Welcome back, Kiwi Yoinkers and all other folk, to Sunsaw Gaming. We've got another Hull Down 101 video here for you today, in combat. Sorry it took me a little while to release this video. I was out of town for the week, spending some time with my partner at her place, but I'm back now and these videos are going to keep rolling. So let's get right into it here. So first up I've got the T30, and what I'm basically going to show you guys is how hull down works in combat. So I'm going to show you different things like how to use cover for being hull down, how to use the terrain for being hull down, and how to use elevation to its maximum advantage, basically. So as you can see here, my entire team is going one way, and this actually bugs me. Mediums, know your tank. Don't drive front line into the heavies. Like, my team, I believe, actually loses this match. Mediums, go out the medium route. Look for a flank. Keep the enemy team from flanking you. But anyway, here we go. So I've posted up behind this rock, and I'm just going to turn my screen around. So as you can see, that is effectively what this rock is covering. My entire lower hull. Well, most of it. It's not the most effective cover, but it's the best I've got for the position I'm going to try and hold. And you will see that it works. So there we go, we've got an E50, which my other tank destroyer on the team has nicely spotted for me. And as you can see, I'm lit as well, but because I'm behind these rocks, I'm not too worried. Now, he's going to back up, and I'm going to snap a nice little shot into him here. There we go, he's going to look for the shot, so I'm pulling back. I'm not going to sit where I was, I'm pulling back and making sure those rocks are covering my tank. Making sure that hull is hidden. And there you go, you can see the enemy tank just shot the rock, and that is effective use of cover for staying hull down. Now I'm going to sit here for a while. I'm going to try and basically direct my team and ask for help, which I'm going to get to a degree, but I didn't get the help that I wanted. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes in World of Tanks. Hey, you can't win them all, but we're going to sit here, going to pull out, and I'm not going to get shots on this guy. He's on the other side of the map behind dunes. But here we go, we've got two enemy tanks here. They think they're hull down to my team, but they're not hull down to me, which suits me perfectly fine. I get a nice shot into that 50B, and they're going to start pushing because they realise they have my team dead to rights. There's not much my team can do at this point. They are spread out, they're separated, and I mean, keep an eye on your minimap, guys. You see this happening. This shouldn't happen in games. Unfortunately, I missed that HE round snapshot on the AMX there, but I'm going to push forward, and I'm going to use the terrain and the elevation here to stay hull down. And after I shoot him, he is going to push on me, and you'll see, because of this position that I've chosen here, like, I can only see his turret, he can only see mine, but he's going to have to push up here to get that gun depression to get that shot in. And he pays for it with his life. I mean, he wanted to push up to get the shot in, and it left him exposed. So that's hull down, using elevation and terrain to your advantage. Do it. You don't have to have hard cover to pull off hull down. And I'm going to show it again here. I've had to fight really hard to get to this position, which is why I've only got 39 HP left. And to that 122.44 there, I'm probably not fully hull down, but because of the angle of the terrain, he would bounce a shell off my upper hull if he was to fire it in. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the chance to. I get a nice ammo rack on him. And while I'm reloading, kudos to him, he even says nice, gives me props for getting the ammo rack, and tells me where I shot him, which I full well know. But here we go, look, I've got the full side of that Yag team. All he would have been able to see if he looked at me was the top half of my hull. And now, here we are, we're in a KV4. Not normally a tank people would associate with being hull down, but this video, I mean, I've got a giant weak spot on the top of the turret there, as you can see. And, I mean, that red line right there, that you can see, that's the gun depression. You have to be wary of that. If you're using hills for hull down, there you go. See, Now I've pulled forward to take a shot and I can no longer shoot him because I can't get my gun down. It's things like these you have to be wary of, and just reposition your tank. There are ways to do it. Off the side of your tank, you're going to have more gun depression than you are off the rear of your tank, for example. Like I've just turned my tank sideways. That's all I've done there, and I've got the extra couple of degrees of gun depression I need. So I'm lining up with the hill. I'm keeping my entire hull below that hill line. This IS-5 unfortunately goes and sits in my way, and I do believe I message him and say, get with the program, you know, come and line up with me and use what I'm doing, but he doesn't. He buggers right off, and that suits me just fine. As you can see, there's 4, maybe even 5 enemies behind that hill over there. They can't push forward. They cannot push forward because I'm sitting here, I'm hull down. They can't hurt me. They also don't want to get shot by me, so they're going to sit there. They're going to try and take me out. I've just eliminated 3 to 4 guns from most of this match just by staying hull down and keeping them occupied. And the reason I'm moving back and forward like this, you'll notice, is because I do have that weak hatch on top. It's making it harder for them to hit my weak spot by moving constantly. Now this T-32, great hull down, and you can see I've got myself on an angle where if the smasher pulls forward, I can still have the gun depression to hit him in his lower hull, as you can see right here. He's gotten sick of firing at me, and he wants to fire shots off at my team, and he's just paid for it. By pulling out and doing what he done, he has paid the price. And now you can see I've already got 1600 blocked damage. I'm doing a big part for the team, and it's paying off. You know, this T-32, he is trying to take shots at my team, but he's had to pull himself out to be in a very weak position of cover. Unfortunately, he turned his turret just in time for me to not clip his weak spot, and I'm not too worried about doing damage. I'm not worried about doing damage. I would rather stay alive and hold this position, because that allows my team a lot more freedom. I've taken 3 guns and made them less effective than they should be just by holding this position, so I'm not worried about getting damage. Look, there we go, 3,375 blocked damage in a KV4 in a hull down position. I've got a giant weak spot. They can't hit it because I'm using hull down effectively. And it's just little things like knowing how to use the terrain, knowing your gun depression, and knowing when to hold and when to push and when to be aggressive. Oh, there we go, 3,700 block damage. I'm almost at 4,000 block damage. And as you can see here, my team have cleared off everybody else, and they're in a position ready to push over this hill into the enemy team. And because they're ready to make that push, there is now no need for me to stay in a hold down position. I'm going to push forward with them. And we clean them up, we clear them out. Here we go, another good one. I get lucky here. By all means, he should have killed me, but he bounced off my turret. And I'm just going to swing back into a hold down position down here, just in case he decides he's going to pop out. I'm still watching my mini-map. I know he doesn't have direct shots on me. Somebody else over that way does, because I pulled back too far. But this light tank, this T-49, he's going to try and get me, and I'm just going to swap over. I'm going to roll to the other side of this rock. Now that I'm here, again, I am back into a hull down position, even though he's pushed into the area behind me. You know, I'm hull down. He can't do anything, and he hits the rock, because all he's got to aim at is my turret once again. He gets lucky, he drops off the edge there, but that T-49, he got 0 damage for this match. 0 damage. Now, we do have a guy in cap there, trying to capture the base. We've got one guy pushing on him, and you've also got me up here. Now, this is another elevation issue here. So, I can effectively see a lot of that guy's tank. As you can see, I see the whole thing. All he can see is my turret, and that's because I'm at a higher elevation to what he is. And, I mean, he misses his shot. He clips the edge of the cliff there. I'm not going to push forward and expose myself. I'm just going to use as little as I need to. I don't have to push forward. I don't have to expose myself. So I hope this helped, guys. Thank you very much. Shout out to Aureus, who posted me to his channel. If you like this, subscribe, join my Discord, it'll be in the comments below. Stay safe, use cover. See you later.